Hi viewers, welcome to Healursoul. Thank you for watching. So today's topic is how to move on in your life. This reading is particularly about moving on in your life, moving forward. So it may be from any kind of situation, like moving on from the job which you don't like, moving on from the relationship which is not good for you, or moving on from the friendships, or moving on from place where you think there is no growth for you. So it is concept is moving on, but the situations will be different. So you can choose for anything. It is not just about relationship. Based on cards, I will suggest whatever resonates to you, you take that. If you are watching for moving on from one place to another place because of any kind of reasons you are unable to move on, or if you want to move on from your job which is not good or which is not paying you good enough, or which you think that you maybe deserve something better, but because of some reasons you are unable to do that. So based on suggestions, you consider it, because it is a general reading, so I cannot exactly tell that regarding profession, regarding personal. Just whatever messages or suggestions you receive, based on that you take the decision. So let's move on to the reading. Pile number 1, who choose white pile. How to move on in your life. So pile number 1, who choose white pile. How to move on in your life. No matter from what situation you want to move on, you need to do it legally. You should approach the law, or you need to follow the law. Here it is a justice card, and there are scales also. So you need to justify the situation, or you need to move on, you need to justify the situation. So if at all it is a marriage, you are moving on from marriage, you need to proceed through law. You need to go for divorce legally. If at all it is a business partnership, even though you need to do it legally. Legally you need to get all those documentation which are required, or which will prove that you are no more partnered in that business. In that way you can cut all the ties from the past, whether it is a business partnership, whether it is a personal partnership. To move on completely, you must and should follow the law. You need to do it legally. You cannot simply cut the whatever partnership and you cannot move in your life. You need to approach the law. You need to take support of law. Or with simply words you cannot do. Even though if it is a business partnership also, if you want to move on, you need to complete all the process, what is required process. You need to get that proofs that you are no more belong to that business. It is not just for you. If you go through law, if you do it legally, whoever involved in this situation, it is good for everyone. If it is marriage, it is good for you and your partner, and if at all kids are involved, for them also it is very good. If you to take divorce legally. If it is business partnership also, if you do it legally, because see, when we are entering business partnership also, we will complete some legal documentation proving that we are one of the partner of that business. In the same way, when you are closing that partnership, it is very important that you need to close through legally, and you need to get the documentation that you are no more belong to that business, so that if they do some mistakes also, any kind of mistakes in that company after coming out of you, it won't relate it to you, it won't affect your life, because you will have the documentation proves that you are no more belong to that company, or you are no more partnered in that company. The same way for marriage also. Now everyone knows that in marriage compulsory we need to go legally, and we need to complete the divorce process. It is good for everyone, not just you, even the families who are involved in that. Not just two people, the families, the kids, whoever involved in that situation, it is good for everyone, so that everyone can move, especially those partners can move in their life without having any kind of links from the past. So file number 1, no matter what situation you are, if at all you want to change the job also because of any reasons, you need to do it legally. Here legally means simply you need to submit your resignation letter. You simply cannot run away from that job. You need to submit the resignation letter. You need to inform the company that you are not going to work in this company anymore. So you need to do it. You need to follow that resignation process. Without following that resignation process, you cannot move on in your life completely. You will be having some ties from your past company if you are not doing it properly. So whatever the situation, take as it resonates. But the thing is, here, from wherever you want to move on, from whichever situation you want to move on, you need to do it legally. You need to follow the law. That is how you can move on in your life, and you can start your life freshly, because you won't be having any ties from your past. When you move on with law, this sword will cut the documentation, whatever will be there, it will work like a sword, and it will cut all the ties from the past. So no matter for what you are looking to move on, you need to do it legally, whatever the situation it may be. So let's move on to pile number 2, who choose red pile. What you need to do, or how to move on in your life. Pile number 2. So pile number 2, who choose red pile, how to move on in your life. So pile number 2, you need to be responsible, and you need to spend some finance or money to move on from whatever you want to move on. Here the thing is, Knight of Pentacles is a knight who is not consistent. This person won't be consistent mind. So it is very important that if you want to move on from something, you should be consistent. And whatever decision you are making regarding this situation, you should be responsible for that. You are ready to take the responsibility, or the consequences, whatever you are going to face for ending this situation, you need to take the responsibility of that consequences. It is very important. Here the thing is, Knight of Pentacles means the person mindset will be like on and off, or yes and no. They don't decide, or they cannot decide what they want. Today they will tell us, next day they will be like no. So it is very important that you should be responsible. Whatever decision you are making regarding the situation, regarding moving on, it is very important that you should be responsible. The decision and the consequences, whatever you are going to face. And second is, you need to spend some money. If at all it is a business, professional matters, you need to settle. Here finances, spending money means you need to settle the financial things. You need to make settlement regarding this. I think I can say that this situation is purely about money related matters. Here I am not seeing any personal matters like long-term commitment or marriage. Maybe if at all it is there also, it is purely related money, or that relationship is built based on money. Whatever relationship is there, if it is personal also, here in this situation it is purely built on money. So it is very important that you need to spend, or you need to settle that money. So you need to move on means, first thing you need to be very clear about your decisions. Whatever decisions you are making regarding the situation, regarding moving on, you need to be very clear. With clear mind you need to take the decisions. And you need to be responsible for the consequences or for the outcomes. Whatever outcomes you will get based on your decisions, you should be ready to take the responsibility for that. And third, as I said, you need to settle the financial matters. Whatever situation it may be, you need to settle some financial matters. Settle all the financial related matters in that situation. Then you can move on in your life without having any kind of ties from the past. Or else, if you move on also, that's what this Knight of Pentacles means. Today they will tell that if things are not under their control, they will tell that no, it is not good, I want to move on. Next day, when things are under their control, again they will tell that okay, it is okay, everything is going on correctly, so why should I move on? So this kind of mindset, they don't decide what they need to do. So maybe second pile, whoever choose red pile, you are also maybe that kind of inconsistent mindset. Maybe if at all you are not responsible, and if you are not ready to take the responsibility of the consequences or the decisions what you are going to make, it is very difficult for you to move on from the situation where you want to move on. Okay, so it is very important. Those three things are very important: consistent mind, responsibility, and settling that financial matters. You need to settle that financial matters related to the situation. So let's move on to pile number 3, who chose green pile. How to move on in your life. So pile number 3, who chose green pile. How to move on in your life. Actually the thing is, here nothing is there to move on, because you are very much free. Here nothing is holding you. Maybe you are mentally feeling in that way, or you may be having some kind of illusions in your mind that is the reason. Because of that illusions, you are unable to move on in your life. The thing is, the situation here from the card what I am seeing is like, this is unexpressed love. This person, Knight of Cups, holding a cup, it is in the reverse. That means they are not even having any kind of intentions to offer this cup to you, or you are not having any intentions to offer this cup to someone. So it is purely love related matter, I can say. And that is also unexpressed love. It is not expressive, nor that side, neither this side. So you both are not expressing your love, and moreover, either you or other person, someone is not trustworthy in this situation. or in this relationship, not relationship, I don't want to tell relationship because it is unexpressive love. So in this situation, take as it resonates, because it is Knight of Cups and this person is not even expressed their love and their intentions are not good, I can say, or at least they are not having any kind of committed intentions. Or stable intentions regarding this love offer. So that's the reason I said it is nothing is there to stay here. In this situation, nothing existed. So there is no question that you need to do something to move on in your life, because nothing is holding you. Then you don't need to wait for something to complete so that you can move on. So I can say here, maybe you have illusions regarding this love offer. Especially it is love offer only, love proposal. Maybe you are waiting for that love proposal from someone who is not ready to give you, because they are not serious about this love proposal. Maybe in the past they are ready to give, but right now, at least currently, they are not serious about this situation or love proposal. So whatever, if at all you are waiting, or maybe you are waiting for this cup of love, but this person with whomever you are waiting, so here this person don't even have that intentions. So that's why it is your illusion. There is nothing existed in this situation, and you are having some imagination that, or you are expecting something where nothing is there. So if you wait your whole life also, you are not going to receive anything, because nothing is existed in this place or situation. So how to move on in your life means, see, after watching this reading, if you ready to accept the reality, you can move on easily, because there is nothing is there. Second thing, if you are not ready to accept the reality and you want to know the things clearly for your assurance, you can do one thing. Instead of waiting for this person to take action, you take the action and propose this person. You will know the answer. It is going to hurt you, because whatever you are expecting, it is not there here. Okay, nothing is existing here. It is going to hurt you. But the thing is, it will help you to move on in your life. Because here you stuck in your mind, I can say. There is nothing existed in the physically nothing is existed. In your mind, you may be having some kind of situation or scenario that this person is having some kind of feelings towards you, and you are waiting for that person to express their feelings to you. But in the reality, they don't have any kind of feelings, or at least they are not even thinking about you regarding this, whatever situation you have in your mind. So come out of this illusion. That is how you can move on in your life. Nothing is existed. You just need to come out of your illusions so you can move on in your life. You can choose someone else. It is purely love related matter, which is unexpressed love. From your side, I can say. If at all in the past they maybe show you, they projected you or they presented you like they are interested in you, they are not serious about it. Maybe because of situations they presented themselves as they are having some feelings towards you, but in the reality nothing is existing. So I think this reading is enough to move on. If still you are not assured, you have that illusion, as I said, instead of waiting for this person to take the action, you take the action and Express your love. You will get the answer. That will help you to move on in your life. See, here one more thing also. I cannot say that he is not interested in you because nothing is existing here. So I am not even telling that they are not interested. If you take action, if you express your love, there will be chances that you are going to get success and you are going to receive positive outcome or positive response or negative response. Whatever response you are going to receive, it will help you to move on. Without taking any action, it is not going to work out and you cannot move on in your life. So let's move on to pile number 4, who chose yellow pile. How to move on in your life. So pile number 4. Here, how to move on in your life is like you are a very balanced person first thing, and you know how to handle the things. So I don't think you will wait for something to happen or you feel that stuck in some situation, because I don't think you are a person who's stuck in some kind of situations, because here this person is very much focused in whatever they are doing. This person is balancing these coins and they are very much focused. They are not even losing their focus, because they lose the focus, they know that these coins will get imbalance, and there is a big storm behind them. Still, they are not getting disturbed. They are simply focused on the things what they are doing. So here I cannot say that you stuck in some situation. That's what, because you are very much focused on things what you are doing. So there are no question of stuck in some situation. You are not wasting your time. Simply, you are busy with your life, no matter what is happening. Maybe there are so many things in your life around you. There is so many things are happening, but still you are not losing your focus. You are doing what you need to be done, what need to be done in that time, in that situation, whatever your regular routine is there, or your profession, your personal life, your family. This balancing coins means everything. It is not just concentrating on one thing. You are very much balanced person, and you know how to keep your focus on things which you are working on. So if at all really there is some situation where you need to move on, still you are not going to stop your life for some other situation. This is what this card is explaining. Like, see, there is big storm. This person can turn back and look at this storm, take a look at this storm, but this person is not doing that. They are simply concentrated on these two coins. They are very much busy in balancing these two coins, because they know that if they lose that focus, they are going to lose this balance. They are very much balanced and focused and determined. There is no confusion, because whatever they are doing, they know what they are doing. There is no second, third, fourth questions or doubts or any kind of confusions. There is no other thoughts. Whatever they are doing, they are very much sure of themselves. So I don't think pile number 4, you are stuck in some kind of situation, or you are looking to move on from anything or any situation, because No matter where you are, whatever you are doing, you know how to keep the focus, how to be determined, how to handle the things, how to keep everything in a balanced way. Nothing can disturb you. So there is no question of moving on, because you know life will go and it won't stop for anyone, and you also no need to stop for anyone. That is what your nature. Maybe you know it or not. Knowingly or unknowingly, you are doing well. So if at all you are really thinking that you need to move on from something, here I can say that with this card, you don't need to do anything. You just continue whatever you are doing in your life, because you are very much focused and very much determined person, and you know how to handle the things. So whatever you are doing currently in your life, just keep going. You are doing the right thing. You are not wasting your time on anything. If at all there are some other situations which are making you to, which actually, see, that's the reason. This room is simply, this person can get disturbed and they can concentrate on this room. But this person is not doing that. So if at all any kind of situation is there in your life which will stop you to move forward, or which can make you to stuck in the situation, still you don't care. You don't give importance to that situation. You simply ignore and you continue whatever you are doing in your life. That's why you won't focus on the things which are not working for you or which is not related to you. You simply focus on the things which is in your hands, not in your hands. Which are not in your hands, you are not interested to show focus on that. You are doing very good, I can say. Plan number 4. So you don't need to worry about moving on from something or someone or anything in your life, because there is nothing, and I don't think you are going to stuck in some kind of situation or position, because you are a person who can control the things, who can balance the things, because you have that focus and determination. You are not a confused person. You can take the decisions and you can act according to your decisions. So let's move on to pile number 5. Who choose blue pile? How to move on in your life. So pile number 5, who choose blue pile? How to move on in your life. First thing, you are a very communicative person, or you know how to communicate to attract people. You are a very good communicator. With your words you can attract people. But the thing is, you don't know whom to choose. You always go for wrong people, or you always choose wrong people in your relationships or in your partnerships, or people whom you are associated. They are not the right people, or you are really don't know who is, or that's what, you are very good at your communications. You can attract everyone with your communication, but the thing is, you don't know how to identify people or recognize people, whether they are trustworthy or not, whether they are good or not, whether they are good to associate or not. You don't know about people, I can say. Like understanding people, you are very mature. Understanding people, their behavior, reading people, you are very mature in that. You don't know. You simply very good communicator. First thing is, so with your communication, people get attracted towards you, and when they get attracted towards you, you feel that they are interested in you. So you will make friendships, or you will get into friendships or relationships or partnerships, just because they are attracted to you. And why they are attracted? Because of your communication. Because you have that good communication. which will attract people. So everything will happen in the surface level. But the thing is, because of this surface level, you don't know how to read the people, you don't know how to understand the people, or you don't know how to know their intentions, true intentions, and you simply entertain all the wrong people in your life. Wrong friendships, wrong relationships, wrong partnerships, which is not good for you finally. So here I cannot say that you are feeling stuck in, because you may be having people who are very much attracted towards you. So there is no doubt that you need to wait for a single person. So there is no question that you are stuck in some position or situation for single person. Maybe you are not ready, or you are not good at moving on from this wrong people, whoever you are attracted. The thing is, you attract a lot of wrong people in your life. They are not good for your life. So you may be having that problem to move on from those people because they attracted towards you. So it is like fans. You are a very good communicator. They attract towards you, they become your fans, and you don't know how to move on from your fans. Maybe you are the person who need lot of fans, or lot of people who appreciate you. Whether you don't know whether they are good or bad, why they are appreciating. And when the time you understand that they are not good for you, you feel difficult to move on from that. People are cut that people out of your life. You are unable to do that because they are your fans, or they are the people who appreciate you, or at least they are the people who talk good about you, at least in front of you. Maybe in the back they will talk differently, but at least in front of you they appreciate you, or they say some good things which will make you happy. Here, for this card, pile number 5, how to move on in your life it is not particularly about situation. Here I am not finding that particularly about any kind of situation or any kind of relationship. It is simply you should learn how to attract people, healthy people in your life. You should enter in healthy relationships, healthy friendships. No matter if at all you have 2 friends also, they should be honest. They should be trustworthy. You don't need to have 20 members or 200 members as your friends. Here maybe you have a very good network. That's what. You are a good communicator. Everyone attracted towards you because of your communication skills. So you are also feel very good that when you have hundreds of people around you, one big network around you. But the thing is, they all are wrong choices, wrong people in your life. So you need to learn these things. First thing, you don't need to have bunch of friends. If you have a couple of friends also, no problem, but they should be very honest and trustworthy. If you no need to have so many suitors or admirers around you. One trustworthy person is enough. If you have one loyal and trustworthy person in your life, that is more than enough. You don't need to care about all the suitors and admirers. You need to learn that. And you should never you should never fall for appreciations or good comments. If people are appreciating, you don't need to fall for it. You should know about yourself. If someone praise you, you don't need to fall for it. You don't need, you don't need to feel that they are your friend, that's why they are praising. There are so many reasons. If someone is praising you, it doesn't mean that they are your friend or they are your well-wisher. They are praising means there are so many reasons. They may be expecting something from you. You should understand these things. You should learn about people. You should read the people, their intentions, and you should change some things within you so that you can attract good people, worthy people in your life. You should stop attracting people with your communication skills. Maybe you are doing manipulation with your communication to attract people, to have so many people in your life. There is a chances when you are a very good communicator, it is a chance that you can do manipulation with your communication to attract so many people in your life, so that you can feel that I have so many people in my life. What is the use when you don't have good people in your life? If you have 4 friends also, they should be very trustworthy and honest. That is enough. You don't need to have 400 people. So here I am not feeling that you have any kind of problem with moving on, stucking in any kind of situation. The thing is, you are surrounded by so many wrong people. You do wrong choices. You make wrong choices. So maybe you are feeling, after some time you feel that moving on from those wrong choices is difficult. But I don't think you feel very much difficult, because you know how to communicate and how to get the people in your life. It will happen. If you continue same thing, if you move on from this also, again you will attract same wrong people in your life. Again same situation will arise. Again you need to move on. So again you feel some time that pain. Everyone will pain. When we need to let go of something, we should go through some pain, no matter how strong we may be. Because we used to have some attachments, because we are human beings. Okay. So in your case also, when you find that those are not good people to be around, you will move on. It will take some time. You are moving, you will move on. But the thing is, next also you will attract the same people, same wrong people, same wrong choices. Even in your relationships also, once you know that one partner is not good, you will cut them, or you will come out of that relationship. You will take some time to come out of that pain. Again you will look for other partner. In the same second time also you will choose the wrong partner for you, because they are coming towards you, they are attracting towards you because of your communication skills. To be in partnership, there are so many things, not just communication skills. That's why when you want some long-term commitment or long-term relationship, you want to be in long-term relationship, you should be loyal, you should be trustworthy, you should be honest. How good you are in communication skills is a different thing. Those are skills. You don't need to show your skills, because that is not a job. Relationship, you need to be honest. No problem how bad you are expressing your feelings, true feelings. You need to express your true feelings. You don't need to do manipulation to attract the people. So you need to learn that. You need to start expressing your true feelings. I can understand some people are very bad at expressing themselves, are expressing their true feelings. But if you continue attracting people with your communication skills, instead of expressing your true feelings, you are going to face same problem again and again. In your relationships, in your partnerships, in your friendships, everywhere. So first you need to learn how to move on in your life. You don't need any suggestion, because you are not a person who will cry for so long time. It will be painful for you also, but very short term. You will take very short time to move on. You won't stuck in the situation for very long time. But the thing is, here you are very fearful that what next again I will attract the same people, or again I will end up in the same position. This is the problem with you. How to move on is not your problem. You are very much scared of what next. What is the guarantee that next you are going to associate with good people? You are going to enter in a long-term relationship. Because you have that doubt. You have such kind of doubts. Maybe you faced so many situations, same situations again and again. That's why you may be going into same circle. So for break that cycle, you need to change. You need to express your true feelings. No matter how bad you are, expressing your true feelings. Forget about these communication skills, attracting people with your communication skills or manipulations. Forget about all these things. If you really want true people in your life, if you want long-term friendships or commitments in your life, you need to change yourself. You need to express your true self. That's how you can attract right people in your life. That's how you can move on in your life with a healthy relationships. So it is a totally different reading for pile number 5. Because here it is not, the problem is not moving on. The problem is what next. What is the guarantee next you are not going to end up in the same situation? So it is depends on you. You need to change. If at all you are not going to change, same cycle will repeat again. So you here I can say that you need to work on yourself. First learn how to express your true feelings. Forget about all these skills. You show these skills in your professional matters. You will earn money. Not in the relationships or not in the friendships where you want long-term commitments, long-term friendships. Trustworthy people, honest people around you. There you need to show your true feelings. You should express your true emotions to them. That's how you can keep people in your life. So thank you for watching. For more readings, you can like and subscribe. For personal readings, you can mail me. You will find the details in description box.